Certified headasses, here to make some noise.
Do you hear that sound? Yeah, we don't want you can avoid, nah.
Talking crazy shit like we live up to all of this.
Grab my money, get some honeys, then give Jade a kiss.
I'm certified, yeah. I'm certified, yeah. I'm certified, yeah. I'm certified, yeah.
Hello, everybody, certified listeners. I'm glad you guys can make it tonight on the Certified Headasses podcast. As always, I'm your co-host, Brayden, and alongside me are my other co-hosts, Jokabin.
Hello. Yeah, okay, what's up?
That was nice.
Thank
And Alex.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello.
And before we get into this podcast, I'd like to say a few words. Please bow your head down for respect of the white man. Okay.
Yeah, white man.
Anyways. Okay.
Whoa. Oh. Richie.
Ricky?
Go ahead. No. Just
Yeah, anyways. Hi, welcome. Haven't uploaded a podcast episode in a good long while. Because it was my fault, pretty much.
It was.
Okay, fuck you, Jokabin.
Just say it.
So what I use to record use my voice is my MacBook, just a regular MacBook, but it doesn't have a USB port on the side, so I had to get a converter. Blah 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 blah. I ended up losing that converter 2 Sundays ago, and haven't found it, so I bought a new one just 2 days ago, and now we're recording 3 weeks after the fact. But not surprisingly enough, coincidentally, this is going to be my last podcast episode for the Certified Headasses. It's a sad day in history.
Very
Mm-hmm.
You guys will be lost without me.
in the sauce.
And we really are. No lie.
I'm leaving because I'm not fully enjoying doing this podcast. I'm just because a lot of the things we talk about, I don't really give a lot of input in, and if I do, I don't know a lot on the subject, and plus I'm just not really enjoying it, and my mentality is if I'm not enjoying it, why am I doing it? And that's how I'm gonna start using my thinking from here on out in 2019. But also New Year, Happy New Year. We haven't said that.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, 2019.
Happy New Year.
But yeah, it's fucking 14 days late.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. But I will be on this episode, and then Alex and Jokabin will pick it up next season, as they're gonna call it. They're gonna take a little break to get their selves sorted out, and then they'll be back with more episodes on YouTube.
Yeah.
We will announce our arrival back. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll announce it on Twitter, Instagram, all that good shit.
yep.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that? That
I did.
Okay.
That
my
was
bad.
me. I don't mess with Apple.
Anyways.
Yeah, we're thinking about changing the name to just keeping it simple. We're gonna go with Alex. Just change the name to Alex, the podcast name.
Jokabin, how do you weigh in on that?
I'm sorry, I don't listen to bullshit. How do you? I bet.
Okay, enough
Yeah,
introductions.
oh my god.
Let's get right into
hold
the
on, hold on. Cut this out. Jokabin, I was hoping for you to say, do we really like Alex though?
Oh my god. Alright, bet. Say it again.
Now we gotta run
No.
it back.
No, this is gonna be fake. It's gonna be so fake. I wanted it to be genuine.
So, enough introductions. We got all of the important updates out of the way. How was your guys' 14-day break? What have you guys been up to? Oh, I mean, I know what you guys been up to, but what have you guys been up to?
Honestly, I've been literally just writing for the group still. It's nice that I had a bunch of, like, especially because I had 3 straight days off. I had Christmas Eve off, Christmas, and then the fucking next day after Christmas. And I also had 3 days off when it was the New Year's. I had Wednesday, and I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then fucking or some shit like that. I don't know. I had days off where I had like 6 whole days off basically, and then from there I just worked.
Jokabin, weigh in.
Yeah, I celebrated New Year's with my family, had some family dinner going, did some countdown with them, yippee skippy. Uh, didn't really change much. I just planning on getting a new car. That's my main focus. My New Year's resolution is not to crash the car for at least a good 3 to 4 years in advance. Because I need the car, and yeah, and I've been working too, like always. And I went back to school on January 5th, still attending, sadly, and yep, and that's about it.
He's pretty much saying that he's miserable.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty slow start to the new year, to be honest.
Yes. Technically, not really. Yeah.
What I've been doing, pretty much is working. I made a big purchase. I got an iMac, so now I own
Oh yes.
3 Apple products. Sorry to flex. Well, I mean, I guess I can't flex if I don't have AirPods, so fucking suck me. Anyways.
That is so annoying.
Yeah.
All those
AirPods.
But yeah, no, what I've been up to is just, I recently came out with a, music video, for my song I promoted a few episodes back, Smoking a Cigarette in the Blistering Cold. You can find that song on SoundCloud and the music video on YouTube, which I'll put the link down in the description. My little brother, Kale, he shot it for me, so it's nothing fancy, and I edited and directed the whole thing myself. Obviously, it's a given, pretty much. Every idea in there was mine, because I honestly feel like it's exactly what I envisioned in my head, pretty much. Maybe if there was a bit of better cinematography, but other than that, I think it's really good. But
Indeed.
Yeah.
And after that, pretty much a day after, one of my friends messaged me at like 1 a.m. saying that this girl that we went to high school with wants to book me for a show at this local underground like show where local artists can come to perform their music, and a lot of them are like not known at all, so they literally just come, get booked, and literally just perform their shit for the fuck of it.
Oh yeah. I forgot to mention I will be attending to this program. I'm excited.
I wish I could attend. That's gonna be sick as fuck. Jokabin, you gotta record that shit on Snapchat or go live on. Nope, never mind. You don't have an Instagram.
Oh.
Go live on Facebook.
Get
Um,
Instagram already. Goddamn.
yeah,
I mean, I do. I just don't use
liar.
Yep.
it. Or am I?
But yeah, I don't know when it's gonna be, but before I do, I'm definitely gonna come out with more music for fucking sure because all the past music I've made is not worthy of being performed live. At least some of them anyways, but like not the whole lot of them. So, yeah, literally just worked and then just fucking did jack shit. Played Fortnite with these fags, and that was it.
Fag number one, I called it.
Fag number 2.
Damn, I guess I'm fag number 3 then. I'm on the bottom.
Wahoo!
Okay, yeah. Anyways, let's get right into it. What have you fuckers seen recently on the media?
No porns.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
How about this? How about this? You guys have any New Year's resolutions?
Um, go ahead, Jokabin.
Well, I did explain about my car, obviously, and that alongside with making money over the summer, mostly because summer is coming up soon,
Mm-hmm.
and I need money. I discussed. I don't know if I told you guys this, but did I told you guys about this?
Uh huh. Yeah, that one.
Tyson factory. Did
No.
I ever discuss? Alright, so my father is friends with a Tyson factory manager, and that he would hire me on the spot on site. I don't know with I'm pretty sure with no resume. And he said he's gonna start me off with $12 an hour. That's just the
Okay.
starting wage, and it's gonna be from 4 or 4:30 to 1 a.m. in the morning, which I
Damn.
do not mind
Wait, what? That's a
because
lot.
but I ain't no bitch.
And you were telling
Because
me fuck a morning job.
because okay, yours different. Yours like you have to sleep then wake up. Mine, I'm already awoke. So basically, I'm good in the hood. Um, since I'm gonna be getting a new car, I'll need money to do payments. Obviously, bills. Bills gonna be part of a big factor. Uh, try not to be on debt. Ooh, yes. Ooh, ooh. Try not to get negative balances on my checking ever again. Because apparently, if you get negative balance, you get $32 fee. Um, what else? Oh, leave beat ups, dude. If I don't leave beat ups by the end, oh, I swear to God, I don't know what to do. I might just like, I don't know. I might just move state. I might just come to Utah, dude. I'm on my way.
No, dude, it's expensive down here. Fuck that.
Well,
And the
throw
laws are trash.
put me in, throw away the keys.
Bet. My New Year's resolution is to just start eating better. Towards the end of last year, I started eating like a fucking schmut. So I made like a good little diet course that I'm on, and also working out. Just try to get back into shape. Um, what else? Just gonna be a good one that I have is to finish the groove. But one thing that I really want to do is get at least 5 episodes done by mid July. Go down there to Omaha, and also we'll be getting paid while I'm down there because my job fucking gives us hours. Um, and film a pilot. Come back home. Well, I'll be there for a week, so hang out with everybody there, obviously. Um, get to see you guys too, and end up fucking going back home, sending it out to big companies like Comedy Central, Netflix, Hulu, shit like that. Just gonna be pitching it
Definitely.
out.
What?
I've heard so many stories from like from the beginners of producers how they started, and like
Hmm
like yours sounds familiar, like an old school type of version, obviously.
Yeah.
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 What dawned on me was if I mean this is just my thought process as my thought process. I don't know for fact, but if you do pitch it and it does get accepted, I don't think you would be able to use your friends as actors because we're not real actors. And
I
if
mean,
they would want the show to be successful, they would want actual actors.
Yeah, well,
I
I'm not
mean,
making friends do a bunch
yeah.
of the scenes. The only friend I really think of, I do have one, is you and Jokabin. So if I do end up getting get or if my screenplay ends up getting picked up, I can, I don't know, do roles. Like that's what I really want to do down there too. Before I even go down there, I'm gonna be on, like on sites down there, seeing if anybody's trying to look for a gig to do a show, a pilot for a show, and if it gets picked up, would you be down to be the character and shit like that? I'm gonna definitely go through that before I even go down there, because obviously the only friends I want on there is you and Jacobin. And if it gets picked up, if you guys are down to stay on the show and they're like allowing that shit, I mean, Jonah Hill made a fucking movie with skaters. They weren't even actors; they were all skaters, and it fucking blew up. So that's all like up to you guys. Brayden?
Yeah, first of all, yes.
Mhm.
Um, excuse me. Uh, would you, as a producer yourself, would
Yeah.
you know, like, would you tell us what type of, personalities we'll have to throw us into? Like,
Oh yeah, like yeah, I was about to say like Brayden's character matches him perfectly, like and especially like I think he's gonna be good for the role. It's up to him if you want to stick to it or not.
so could you like describe Brayden's personality character?
It's basically him. It's gonna be like I don't want to give out too much just because.
Okay. I mean, you don't
Yeah,
have to. I didn't know if you
yeah.
could, but
It's
it's
just
alright.
like yeah.
Yeah. Brayden, would you like to say anything, or was
What do you mean? Why are you putting me on the spot? I don't like this.
Oh, I mean, I said my say about it, but you don't have to say
Like if
anything.
the script pick gets picked up, would you want to
Yeah,
act?
yeah.
Well, I'm down, but I don't know. Corporate, you know, corporate is corporate.
They do change your life.
And the I don't think you could really compare it to Jonah Hill's because Jonah was fully in charge of it.
Oh, I'm gonna be fully in charge of my shit if it gets picked up.
Dude, I don't know. I could, what do you call it? I could probably throw myself into like a character. And
Yeah.
I would be so down to try to like practice throwing
Mhm.
myself into like different type of personality character, like either like I don't know, I can't see myself romantic, first of all. Ugh, I can't see myself like that. I can see myself sketchy, or like adventurous, or like scared,
Funny
or
too.
yeah, funny comedy. uh Probably a normal guy. I could probably like act like one at least. And yeah, dude, I'll be so down
Mhm.
just to like test my personality skills.
Yeah. But again, even if a script does get picked up, you can always have fucking auditions too.
Mm,
Like it'd be easy. Or not easy obviously, but I mean it'd be a process, but definitely could look out for fucking auditions and shit if the screenplay does get picked up.
bro, all I need to practice on is my crying skills. I need to practice how to cry.
I
Like I
feel
can't
like I
cry
can
on the spot.
kind of do that. I can kind of do that. At the same
Like
time,
I need like those. I mean, not only like tears, but I need like an actual like awful cry, like to the point you're like, like you barely couldn't talk. Like you know how you try to talk, and you're like breathing in, like you're inhaling like a skip up a beat. Like yeah, like that type of like I want like that type of cry, dude. Like I like
you fully committed to trying to be an actor. I like that.
dude. I mean, I'd be so down.
Exactly.
I'd be
I want to
watching
be
an
an actor, but
audition.
at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't be too good for it. That's why I
I mean,
just
yeah,
kind of want to
that's
stick to
yeah,
writing.
exactly.
And like, if the screenplay does get picked up and my script and shit does get picked up, I definitely want to add myself in there, but not as my like as a character. like that one of the main characters and like that. It'd be like a fucking drug dealer or someone that sells alcohol at a fucking liquor store and shit. Some shit like that. Something funny.
What do you call it? Wait,
What?
never mind. I'm stupid. I lost my train of thought.
Mhm.
I forgot I have Down syndrome. Worse than that.
Hey, shout out to all the Downies out there.
Oh
Yep.
no. Oh
Whoa,
my.
wait. Downey's the like laundry
Yeah,
detergent?
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Or Robert Downey.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that dude. Junior.
Ooh. What are you guys' thoughts on religion?
Dude, I think it's like, first of all, it could be sketch sometimes, but everyone would be like, "Do you believe in ghosts?" Well, yeah, duh. Well, I guess I'll believe in religion too. If someone falls into the script, of the religion and ghosts and all that jazz. So I think religion is pretty. I could hate it sometimes, but sometimes I have to respect it because obviously it's religion. So uh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I don't like you know I just don't like it. But like I just at the same time I gotta give respect to it.
I mean, so since you don't like it, what do you do? Like, do you not like follow along? Do you not know?
Yeah, I don't really. So like my religion is like it's somewhat like Catholic type of style. So like basically they be saying you can't do anything on Sundays because Sunday is a holy day. So you can't like go play outside or like do anything basically like work or anything like that
So like
or any
you
activity.
believe, yeah. So basically, you believe in God, but you're just not religious.
Yeah, no, I just can't like stand it. Like I remember being so young and then like I'd be like, "Oh my god, guys, I can't play, guys. I can't play like basketball with you guys." Like, "What the hell, Jokabin? Why?" Like it's a Sunday. You guys don't understand, but it's a Sunday. It's like, "Okay, yeah, so what? We're being a loser." It's like,
Mm.
"I'm sorry, guys, but I can't. It's a Sunday. I'm sorry, Mom."
Fucking G comment. Brayden?
I'm an atheist. Um,
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
all right.
I'm sorry.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Oh god. Um, all right, go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways, I was I never understood it. I was like, I think, um, when I first was like, nah, I don't like this shit, or why do I have to follow along with this? Why should I? Was like my freshman year. Um, back because my parents aren't religious at all. My mom thinks the same way I do about that, or like Christianity, and
Mm-hmm.
I she thinks how I think. I think why this may be sensitive for all you Christians out there that are listening. So this is your trigger warning.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is just our beliefs. Nobody should take this serious. This is what we believe in. You don't have to believe what.
It's personal opinion.
Yes.
So anyways, I just always thought to myself, why do people follow along what a book tells you that has been just that I was just randomly wrote. We don't even know where the
Mm-hmm.
fuck it came from. No one knows.
Jesus.
What it came from God? Did it fall down from heaven?
It-
No.
oh
It
god.
that someone in Israel wrote it, but
Well,
again,
was
yeah,
he
at the same
Jesus
time,
Christ
there's the
himself?
very like yeah, and like the very first Bible wasn't even written in English. It was written in a like super old language that was in Israel a long, long time ago. So
Was
imagine
it
transferring that into Israel and then transferring that again. Like, there's a lot of stuff. that is being transferred from that Bible to make our Bibles, basically.
And even then, I feel like the U.S. Bibles literally, like, they could have easily manipulated that and put just
Yeah,
random shit
definitely.
in.
Yeah.
So,
Holy crap, bro. No way. Bro, okay. That just added to my conspiracy story now. All right, so let's talk about conspiracy. Just a little bit, just a little bit.
Wait,
A
hold
little
on. I
bit.
want to get through this one. I haven't gotten to.
All right. Let's get to this one and I'll jump back right.
um, but yeah, yeah, I don't know. I think me and you are the same way, Alex. We've talked about
Yeah.
this before. It's
Yes.
like see it to believe it. Even then, if I do see anything to believe it, which I know I won't, even then, I'm not gonna fucking. I just feel like it's wasted time, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Wasted time, waste of a Sunday morning, dude. Can't, am I right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
that was a joke, by the way. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
I got it.
I just don't really fuck with it at all. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
I
So
feel.
yeah, with me, honestly, it's so hard to believe. It's just like way back then, bro, before Jesus was even fucking brought up, there was Greek gods that
Were
people.
there?
No, I'm not saying there were.
Supposedly.
Like there were supposedly Greek gods, and the Roman people would fucking talk about them, and it was like a god for each thing that happened or some shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Percy Jackson, baby.
exactly. And then they had we have so many other like tribes and different kind of people that believed in other gods, and then it drops down to all the way to now we're believing in Jesus and shit.
Hmm.
Um, and it's just crazy. Ever since I was a kid, I would go to church, and I never really believed. It was weird, just because I'd be sitting there, and it was when I would go to church. It was in Nevada, so it was like a Mexican church, and I understood somewhat of what they've said and shit. But when they'd get like hyped, they would get hyped. They would get up and start stomping their fucking feet.
Oh
The
God.
priest would touch one of the ladies in the fucking forehead, and she'd fucking spaz out and fall to the ground. And he's like, "Jesus is not with you, yeah," and all this shit, bro. They were doing some crazy shit, some weird shit, and I was like, "Is Jesus really in there with you, or are you just like overhyping yourself right now?"
Yeah, for real. It
It
could
was
be an actor. It could be an actor.
Placebo.
It's just so weird. And he would do it to everybody. Everybody would walk up to the fucking priest, bro, and just start cheering with them. Yes, the Holy God, the Holy Spirit, and this and that. Yeah, yeah. And every fucking forehead that dude would fucking touch, everybody would start shaking and acting like Jesus entered me and this and that. I'm like, oh God.
Bruh.
I was just like, okay, I don't know what's happening here. Like, what the fuck is this? And that's and I've heard a lot of I've seen quite a few videos where people talk about their near death experiences, and when they die and get brought back to life, what do they see? And a lot of them ain't anything saying that, oh, I'm in heaven. A lot of them is just like some of them picture themselves somewhere and feel relieved of not needing to worry about anything. And some people describe it as a trip, like an acid trip or something. Or some people actually see their lives flash before their eyes. And it's so crazy to the point where they can't describe it.
Dude, that just doesn't make sense though. Like, what if it's just like you just close your eyes, you opened it, you just didn't know what happened. Like nothing
Exactly.
happened. Literally nothing happened. You just open and close, close and open. I mean.
And what I want to bring up is DMT. I can't pronounce the actual fucking version. It's like Dramenthos. I fucking suck at pronouncing it. But
You said
DMT, DMT is a psychedelic drug found in a bunch of plants. And DMT is actually even produced in your body. Your lungs, liver, and your pineal, some shit. It's basically your third eye and your middle forehead that you have there. You guys ever seen the third eye and
Oh,
some like pictures and shit?
is it called a
Pineal
no, no, no,
gland,
no, no,
pineal
no, no,
gland, right?
no, 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 no. Poly, uh,
No, it's pineal gland. I think that's what it is.
pineal gland.
Yeah,
I'm looking it up.
yeah.
I got this.
Well, basically, it's your third eye.
I mean, there's a Odin.
What?
No, it's just poly
A
something.
pineal gland?
Pineal gland.
Damn it.
Is it in the middle of your forehead?
The
Is that what
pineal
it's showing?
gland is a small endocrine gland in the brain of animals with backbones. The pineal gland produces melatonin, a serotonin-derived hormone which modulates sleep patterns in both circadian and seasonal cycles. The shape of the gland resembles a pine cone, from which its
Yep.
deprived name.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And it's in your forehead too, or it's in your fucking brain too.
That is very
And
interesting.
that has DMT. So literally everyone has a psychedelic drug and your body produces it. And then people say that some of their near death experience is a lot like that trip. I want to do DMT. That shit seems like it would open up a lot.
Dude, I'll be so down.
Yeah,
Are
and
you
it's
sure about that, Jokabin?
Yeah, why? What's wrong?
Nothing.
it's something amazing. It's something like
Yeah.
you'll probably it'll literally change your mind. But obviously, like every psychedelic drug, you're gonna want to go in there feeling good, feeling fucking relieved. Like if you're on a vacation or some shit.
Yeah, and plus it's, YOLO. You only live once, so might as well do it.
Exactly. And I feel like that shit would be fucking amazing to do. I've seen so many videos of people explaining what they've seen and shit. And a lot of them, it's just like so unpredictable what you'll see. And it's gonna be insane. And where it's found a lot is in Israel in plants. And bro, some scientists are starting to say, or this group is starting to say that DMT could have been the root to all religion. With Moses and the burning bush.
Oh, from like what? Like they've seen,
Mm-hmm.
practically?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's almost like religions are cults. But the only reason why they're not considered cults is because they believe in God.
Dude, literally, I was about to bring this up once you like hit like a stopping point.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I feel like literally Christianity, and to me, what I see in with my eyes, group of people going to a designated area, a church, meeting up
Mhm.
Sunday mornings, praising, following, and um, just doing whatever the fuck that Christians do, because I don't fucking know. And
Exactly.
literally sounds like a cult when you say it. It's practically sounds like you're explaining a cult.
Mm-hmm.
And that with
Literally.
almost any other religion. Like,
You know, go ahead.
I mean, I get that they're like praising a god and all
Mhm.
that, but even then, no one knows if like that shit's real with any religion. Like we
Mhm.
don't have physical proof.
No.
We don't even
And
have historical proof.
it's so like patriotic to think that fucking God is a man in the clouds. Like what?
Yeah.
Think how silly that kind of is, you know? That's kind of funny. And then he judges. He says, if you're good enough to go to heaven, you go to heaven. If not, you're going straight to hell. I don't know. It all sounds pretty fake. And if there is a God, I don't think there's a God. The God looks like that.
He's black.
Morgan Freeman.
God, dude, what if it was? Yo.
I just don't think if there is a God, I don't think it's that God at all.
I
But till then,
mean,
there's so many religions back then that they believed in so many other gods, and then it moved up to this.
see, this is why we need to create a time traveling uh vehicle, or I don't know, shuttle,
Device.
so that we could,
Small
yeah,
device.
devise anything
Apple
to
Watch.
go back. Eh, Is it? Wait, what? Why not watch?
Well, because like literally just think, if it was like a watch, you could just press a fucking button and it would like
hmm
if you had it on your wrist and you didn't take it off, you would always have like a
That would
thing
be
to
so
go.
fucking sick,
Yeah.
to be
Instead of
honest.
just relying on some fucking machine or a car, just have that shit on your fucking wrist, press a button, and go wherever the fuck.
Imagine, dude,
Okay.
that would be so bad. We would not be able to hand that out to the public.
Yeah. That's probably Area 51 type shit.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's on them.
what did they do it? And
If
shit's just changing. We don't even see it.
if they
Like
do
that's
it,
like the Mandela effect.
imagine Trump election, time travel.
Oh God,
Imagine.
Indeed.
But
that'd be
yeah,
sick.
anyways, no politics here. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we probably wouldn't even fucking realize that's why all these psychedelics are illegal.
Exactly,
Don't want
dude.
you guys
Yes,
thinking too hard.
yes. There's this guy. He he was on a podcast that I was listening to. I don't even know if it was Joe Rogan or somebody else, but he was his brother would study mushrooms. And then so he got that from his brother and he started studying mushrooms. And he let one of his friends borrow the book about the mushrooms. And a week passed and he didn't get it back. And he goes, "Hey, yo, I need that book back." And he goes, "I need it for something, but you're going to have to come with me." And he goes, "Why?" And he's like talking on the phone with him. And he goes, "I'm at some mushrooms right now. And they're exactly the same that are on this book." And he fucking went down there, and when they found them they were right next to a cop station, so they had to wait there for the cops to leave. And when the cops left, they went in there, started picking up a shit ton of mushrooms. They said it was like a field, like they could have gone back and got even more. And they like saw them, aged them, and noticed that if you wanted to get like the actual full trip, you'll have to take at least 6 or like 7. And so they made fucking smoothies. And this is all science, like for science purposes too, that they were saying.
Hmm.
And they did it. And he's like, "I'm gonna go to bed." And he was tripping hard. He like felt something drop on his head, and he said he got up from and he was sitting on the side of his bed. And then he looked outside, and there was a bunch of dead herds of cows, just dead, and the sky was reddish and shit. And he was like, "What the fuck?"
Bro,
And then he
that's
goes downstairs and tells his dad and all them, and he goes, "Guys, I just fucking tripped super hard. I saw myself in my room, this and that." And he basically told him the story that I just told you. And he's like, "I think Russia's gonna bomb us." And this is like all during the time when the Cold War was happening and shit. He was saying, and they thought that Russia was gonna bomb them and shit and all that. And the dad was laughing and shit. And he goes, "All right, I'm gonna mark this shit down as the day you think the world's gonna end, or because they're gonna nuke us." And then he said the next day he woke up and there was a flood that was happening, a storm, and he had to run to this cabin and get some paperwork because that shit was like gonna get all wet and all that. And when he went in, he went to his cabin. It was right next to this farm, and he saw a bunch of dead herds of cows. And he said he
uh
thinks he entered the fucking multiverse.
yo.
Mm.
Literally the next day.
Wait, how do you know if he's telling the truth?
Well, he's a fucking scientist. So I
He's a
believe.
scientist?
He's literally a scientist right now, yeah. Shit's crazy. Psychedelic drugs are insane.
Oh yeah, I need to. I'm not too keen on wanting to do psychedelics, cause I mean that's. I mean I'll do acid again, but like I don't know. That's not my thing, I guess. I mean I try. I would.
Acid is a psychedelic drug.
Well, yeah, I just said I would do acid again, but
Mm-hmm.
I would do shrooms once as well, cause I want to experience that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean I only want to do acid again because it was dope the first time, and I
Yeah.
wanted a possible different experience with it, and literally just try shrooms once. If I like it, maybe try it again. Like fucking I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
fucking like 6 months to a year later. I don't know, but DMT sounds interesting, but I don't know.
Yes. Dude, no, DMT sounds amazing. The fact that your own body produces it, and there's this yoga that if you do this yoga for a very long time, your fucking mind will just make you have the trip. And it like they say that some monks do it and shit.
They do acid.
No, they like do
Oh.
this. They do this kind type of yoga. I forgot what the name of it's called. They do this type of yoga,
Mm,
and it can open up the pineal gland. What we're
yeah,
talking about,
yeah.
Pinal.
and pineal
Dude, that
gland,
makes sense.
and
That makes sense. I was like, oh,
exactly.
I'm always like wondering, like, you don't have to pray like every 24/7. You could like open your eyes, you know.
Yeah, no, and
You
they believe in like Buddha. And Buddha, he said that he's not a god. Buddha isn't a
dude,
god.
Buddha is only making China buffet Buddhalicious, you know what I'm saying? So thanks to that dude. Shout out to Buddha.
Yeah, but within the next 5 years, I am definitely trying to look forward to trying to find a place to do DMT.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Mm.
I will try maybe if you're around somewhere. Throw that to me after you're done.
No, I'm bringing you with me. You're gonna do
Okay.
DMT
Yeah,
with me.
sweet. Brayden, would you like to be our
Would you like to join?
watchman?
I'm not being a sitter. That's the last thing I would ever want to do.
Yeah, don't be a
Oh,
sitter.
you don't
Join.
have to. You could sit, but you don't have to watch us.
Excuse
No, you
me.
can join.
Technically, ish. Yeah, I mean you can join. Yeah.
Jokabin, I'm getting the vibe that you don't want me to join.
No, it's just like you say you didn't want to. Like you questioned me, like, do you really want to try this? And I
Well,
was like, oh,
because
so
Jokabin, look at you. You don't smoke.
yeah.
You don't drink.
Do we really want
Okay.
that though, or do we
Mm-mm.
genuinely love to be in this type of situation where I'm like, I mean, it's nothing bad, really, is it? No, it's
No,
nothing.
it's nothing bad. I mean, like I
Yeah,
said, your own fucking body produces it.
exactly. I'll be so down to do some hypnosis,
And then literally,
whatever
it's
that
saying
is.
that shit can open up your mind, and like,
Exactly,
and you'll learn. Like you learn while you're under this trip. They
bro.
say that it makes you want to. It makes you see the world a different place. Unlike
Oh,
acid, when I was on acid, I just saw earth-based things like trees and shit. I didn't really change my mind about anything else. I didn't like take anything. I didn't take any of it with me that wasn't like that good. You know, like the only thing that I liked was obviously it was a fun trip. Like I'd be definitely down to do it again. That shit was fun, but nothing that I learned from it besides that. DMT teaches you like shit in there makes you think. It's so hard to explain. Like people say that to be on it or like to know what it's like, you have to be on it. And I know like I've seen a bunch of actors have done it, comedians that have done it, scientists have done it. It's crazy.
all right. Wait, can I go back to the conspiracy part that I was
No,
talking about?
of course not.
Thank you. I would like to bring back what Brayden has said, which triggered my brain shushing. He talked about the Bible, how it could be rigged, anything, because like what you said, Alex, it was written in like not even Israel time. It was like freaking Israel letters, but
But
before
super old
Israel,
language,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like an old language. Not even Israel's could even translate.
Mm-hmm.
So And what
I
Brayden
mean, they did find a translator,
they
but
did, they
a
did, they
lot was
did.
most likely left out.
Yeah, exactly. So, and Brayden's mentioned that, these Bibles that are handed out by the US could be rigged. So that's why us who are, resident of the US, we could be, brainwashed this whole damn time into thinking like, you know, is God real, and like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it could be, there's two different types. It could be a good way or a bad way. The good way is like they are telling the truth, but like they're probably like missing some religious stuff out, like, some of the things they couldn't find out because it's old, language. Or it could be a bad thing, as in, you know, they didn't want to follow these rules, so they didn't want any of us to know what's really going on in the world, so that, our brains would, like us, we would know what to do, but they just doesn't, the government doesn't want us to do it, you know what I'm saying? So that's
Trying
the
to
bad
keep the
part.
place good,
Yeah,
trying
trying
to
to
keep it
keep
leveled out.
yeah, basically they want to keep the world in their terms, not, us terms, their terms. So the
Hmm.
basically the government terms. So it could be that way too. Um, I'm also thinking like, these Bible sayings, uh it does, I remember being in like Sunday schools, and they be teaching us these type of, Bibles and all that jazz, and thinking, I'm like, yo, I can't do this no more. Like it, cause if it's really true, how come I can't? You guys can't, you know, persuade me. Like
Exactly.
you guys are not like trying, at least enough to have me thinking. Well, you did had me when I was like little, obviously, cause I had no brain. um,
And that's the problem. They had you thinking,
exactly.
and you
You
thought.
thought, like you thought, you
You
freaking
thought,
thought.
like you thought that I was gonna
Yeah.
believe it, but that's a fairy tale.
Get down, Tatiana.
Mhm.
Bust down, by the way. But yeah, I think it could be either those two, good way or bad way. Which I think we're in the bad way
Yeah,
because it's the
and
U.S. So
this
not.
is I want to bring and I want to bring this up because how you're talking about the Bible was, um, it could be like written by the government and added a bunch of shit.
Hmm.
That is literally what Mormonism is.
Bro, that's Mormons, dude.
Yeah, so like
Oh
I'm not trying to diss anymore. Mormons are literally the nicest people you'll ever fucking
yeah,
meet. They're like literally so nice.
dude, they're literally
I
like
have
that
friends
one
that are Mormons
episode.
down
Oh,
here.
sorry, go ahead.
I know you go ahead, you go.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I was just saying, like, they remind me of that one episode from SpongeBob. You know how SpongeBob became SpongeBob Round Pants, and he's like all shiny. He's like, "Hello," and then he's like on the computer every time. I don't know if you guys remember that episode,
Yeah.
but that reminds me of Mormons. Yeah. So I'm just saying like that. Yeah, that's about it. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Alex.
All
Okay.
right, there we
Huh.
go. Yeah,
Hey.
I was gonna say that could have been like a fucking idea that they had for that show because they thought, oh, more. But like I said, Mormons are fucking the coolest and nicest people out there, but still, their religion is kind of wacky. Like
Sketch.
Jacob Smith, I think that's what his fucking name is. I forgot. Joseph Smith, maybe. I think it was that. Literally said that he saw angels in the sky. They came down to him and they told him, the way you guys are living are wrong, and I'm going to teach you the right ways. God sent me here to teach you guys the right way. He ran back to the fucking little city and said, hey, or the little town said, hey, I just talked to some angels. They didn't tell me everything, this and that, and they didn't believe him. He left. Came back with stones carved in them, like with random ass, like some random ass language. It was crazy. He said, these are the he came there, or no, he didn't bring them the stones, but he said he saw the angel brought him stones and said that this is what is gonna happen, this and that. And
I
he's like,
see.
And he runs back to the city and says, "Yeah, there's stones right here, this and that." And he goes, "Oh, can we go see the stones?" And he goes, "No, the angel took them. My bad." Like but he'll come back and I'll do I'll describe I'll he's gonna give me something so I can transfer it to our language. And literally, it was like he had to put a blanket over his head and look at the stones with another stone, and it was gonna help him translate everything to English. They took it to get published. They read it and they said, "This is goofy as fuck." And I don't think this is real. Like, man should have a bunch of wives. Like, what the fuck? What is this? And they're like, but no, it was the word from the angel. Like, literally, angel. Okay. Well, since the angel and he has the rock, and he has the rocks that like say he can translate it back to English. I'm gonna keep this, and you go tell him to write me another one since it's the rocks, and he can literally say word for word what happens, and he's translating. Dude got mad, and they never brought her back another paper. So they published it themselves, and they handed it out. That's a fucking cult. The only reason why it's not a cult is because they believe in God. But if they weren't believing in God, that's a cult.
Yeah.
Literally a fucking cult.
Expose these young lads for us.
Mm-hmm. And there's I watched this movie while we were on our 14-day break called Troubles and El Royales, something like that. It's a good ass movie. You guys should definitely watch it. It takes place, I think, in the 70s, maybe 60s, 70s, 60s. And literally, it's a fucking hotel room that cuts between Nevada and California. And literally, the laws there are different too. So you have to be in one state to actually gamble. You can't be in the other one. And shit. And in that movie, there's a cult scene, and Thor, the guy that plays as Thor, is the leader of the cult, and it gets weird, bro.
Hemsworth,
He
yeah.
like sleeps with young girls in the movie and shit.
Yo, Treyway.
You guys definitely got to see that shit. It's a good movie.
Awkward turtle.
Thank you. I think. I'm trying to think right now. Oh, I don't want to talk about conspiracy again or at all right now because it's just too much and like we already discussed about this. I'm basically gonna say the same thing. I
Dude,
said
wait, you just got back from the movies, right? What movie did you watch?
Oh, yes, I watched Escape Room.
Oh
Um,
shit, is that good? I seen the trailer for that.
yeah, the trailer looks pretty dope. The movie, I'll give it a good. I don't know, to be honest. People would probably say 4, but
Oh wow, is it
I'll
iffy?
probably, it could be. I'll give it a good like 5 or 6.
Oh my, is it
Yeah, I
worth
know.
watching?
I mean, there's gonna be another part of the movie because at the end, I
No,
don't
no,
really
no,
want to.
no, no, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no.
so um, basically, it's like the death is not. Just know that the movie was too short. Like the story went too short, and they didn't really fully introduce these characters. They just showed them their faces and show like what memories they had. That's about it. And they were playing the game. They just met each other, and the game starts. They have to obviously escape from the room, these obstacles, and people will be eliminated one by one. And then at the end, blah 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 happens, and then
Mm-hmm.
so at the end, that happened. So that's why they're gonna make another movie. um, like I said, I'm not gonna spoil it, uh, because I would spoil it if if one of us doesn't want to, or doesn't care or want to watch the movie. But Alex wants to watch the movie. I don't know if Brayden
Yeah.
wants to watch the movie, but you know, yeah. So that's why I'm not spoiling it. So yeah,
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 53.
53.
Yeah. And
What is
then
out of 100?
yeah, out of 100.
I could probably see that, to be honest. It wasn't
uh,
like it was just too fast, to be honest. Like it was
yeah.
just too fast.
I
Like
am DD gave it a fucking 6.4 out of 10,
Okay, that's not bad.
and Metacritics gave it a 49%. I don't know.
Oh,
I might watch it. I had to take my little brother to go watch fucking Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse still though. I've been
yeah,
lacking.
people will be saying that. I don't know if I should. I'll just wait till Netflix, maybe. You
Where'd
know
you
what?
go, man?
You guys want to hear something crazy?
What?
As an Islander, I have not watched Moana.
Really? I've even seen Moana. What the fuck?
Okay, bet. I'm not alone.
It's funny because I was smoking a blunt with Brayden, and I get a call from my mom saying that I had to go home and watch the kids for an hour just because she had a doctor's appointment. So I had to go back, and I sat with my siblings, and we were watching Moana, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was just stoned as fuck watching Moana with them. Made them
Mhm.
some food, and they were just like bashing as they were watching Moana, and I was just bashing and watching. I was like, "This movie's funny," because the fucking Rock plays as one of the main characters too.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
The
yeah,
Rock is crazy.
Rock is everywhere, bro.
For real. Like, John Cena's trying to do the same, but
It's not cutting out for him.
it goes like it's like bit by bit, but like he's just not really a good. He's a good actor, but he's not like obviously compared to Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, he was in that Bumblebee movie, and that Bumblebee movie got a 93 out of on Rotten Tomatoes. So 93 out of 100.
I would
Or was
like
it
to.
98 maybe? I don't know.
Let me just. I just want to compare John Cena and The Rock real quick in like real life form, personality because I said you know John Cena cannot be like The Rock because when it comes to acting because The Rock, if you guys are a fan of WWE or WWF, whatever you want to say, his personality is like top notch. During the Attitude Era, he was literally the king of the mic. Every time he has a mic, just expect to get roasted on. Basically, like every superstar like got prepared. Every divas got prepared too. Anyone could get prepared by The Rock to get roasted on. Everyone is just like try to mimic him, but they can't because he's the only one. John Cena, on the other hand, he's just known for his muscles and like I don't know. He doesn't really. How do I say this? He's not really.
A good actor.
Yeah, he's not really a fast talker type of way. Like how Rock when he roasts people, he's like, "You better shut your mouth before I, turn you into a pineapple or something like that." John Cena, he'd be like, "Well, you better watch your back because if you don't, I'll shoot." He'd be like something like that. But The Rock just says it so fast, so quick, so good, all that jazz. 5-star level. John Cena,
John Cena is also awkward as fuck in
he
interviews and
could,
shit.
yeah, he's just, I don't know. I can't take him serious to be honest. Like, I don't know what's his personality to be like. What's his real personality? He's like on and off in some type of places.
Standard white man.
Yeah, thank you.
Sums it up.
I feel like he is the typical white man though.
He is.
He'd be wearing suits every day,
Have you
dude.
guys seen his vodka commercial?
No, I didn't even notice.
Oh, I
It's
think
so
so. He has
cringy.
like, yeah, yeah. He's like in a boy band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for Sky Vodka, which is a fucking good kind of vodka, actually.
Mm.
Their bottles are sick as fuck, too. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, what time are we at?
I think we're close to like 50 minutes. I was about to ask if you guys just want to end it, but
Yeah?
because we are kind of just like we're rusty.
Yeah, it's been a while.
My leg.
Yeah, and
My legs!
I haven't been putting much input into anything besides the religion and all that shit.
Yeah,
but,
you did pretty good. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. I love you.
Me too.
Please don't ever say that again, both of you.
Oh, Okay.
My
sorry,
heart,
Master.
my heart belongs to Jesus Christ.
The Lord and Savior.
uh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry we were awkward this episode. A lot of pauses,
Dude.
but that can be fixed with the beauty of editing.
Yeah.
But
And
Yes, sir, Bob.
also apologize for acting like literally middle school 6th grader. Uh, yeah. Sorry.
um, but yes, that is all the time we have for in this episode. Check out the social media links in the description below. Follow us, subscribe, and be sure to ask us questions to discuss and keep us updated on Twitter. Besides me, Jokabin and Alex will see you guys next season.
Everyone
Goodbye.
say
sir.
goodbye.
Goodbye.